There's definitely an excitement around the program. The guys have had a great energy about them, and I would actually say since last spring. I think the end of last year gave us a little bit of a taste of postseason basketball. We were fortunate to make the finals of the league tournament, come up a little bit short. So I really believe that since that moment, we've had great energy, leadership from the guys returning, and that sort of has propelled us forward to the point we are now where we're getting ready to play.
We talked about top 6 scorers returning, among them your lone senior, Luke Ruddy. He's one of your 2 captains this year. Just talk about what his leadership, his grit on the court, and what his performance has meant to this program.
Yeah, Luke, it seems like Luke has been here a long time. He's been an impact guy for us since the day he stepped on campus playing as a freshman, and it's crazy to think that he's already a senior. But anytime you have guys graduate, and we lost 4 terrific seniors, your dynamic changes. The leadership on your team, everything changes. Every year is unique, and Luke's in a unique opportunity to be the lone senior, and I think he's handled it very well. We know he's a terrific student that does a lot on this campus, and we're proud of the way that he's come out here in the preseason and led this group along with Colin, his fellow captain, and really the entire upperclassmen group has been as a unit very strong with their leadership and trying to acclimate the freshmen as quickly as possible.
You touched on Colin Doherty and also Jamal Lucas in that junior class is very talented and accomplished. Both Colin and Jamal are within striking distance of 1,000 career points this season. Just talk about that milestone and to have 2 potent scorers like that, what that does to opponents.
Well, I mean, it's exciting, no doubt about it. I mean, they're both talented players, and what we've really asked from the 2 of them and really the group as a whole is we're striving for consistency in all facets of the game. So, we're absolutely excited that they're scoring, but we're really working hard, not just with the 2 of them, but everybody in terms of, are we defending the right way? Are we doing all the little things the right way? And I think that consistency is something that has been a big theme for this group and those 2 in particular in terms of building their games. And I think, the 1,000 points is a product of their hard work, and it's certainly a great honor, and it'll be exciting when it comes, but it's really more about their development and continuing to work, and I think they're both in a good place. They're motivated, working hard, and growing as leaders as well.
Moving along, you have a very talented sophomore class as well, led by Liberty League all-rookie selections, Tucker Lesko and Sam Allen. Talk about their development. Have they continued to improve their game after having such great success last year?
Sure. Those 2, along with Edens Florzard, who played some major minutes for us as well down the stretch, especially last season. They come back as sophomores, and you hope more experienced. I think one thing about the sophomore year is you have to fight the temptation to think you got it all figured out. And I think any coach will tell you that that's a factor. And they've done a good job with it. Their approach has been really solid. They're working hard. We have great expectations for them, and I think they're continuing to work. So it's certainly a nice thing to be able to bring back some experience that have played through some intense moments, and we hope for another great year from those guys.
And lastly, the class of 2021 is now on campus. You've had a couple of weeks to work with them in practice. Haven't yet seen them in a game, although you do have one scrimmage under your belt. Just talk about them as a group and what you see them contributing this season.
Yeah, as a group, they're collectively they're fun. They bring a great energy. I think it's been a real neat dynamic to this group, this team that the class of 2021 is in here. They just have an enthusiasm. It's really fun to coach them. As a group, they've thrown themselves into what we're doing. We don't really give them a chance to ride with the training wheels, so to speak. We throw them right in the deep end, and they've handled it really well. So we're excited about that group. We think they can contribute, and so we'll see how it shakes out.
What do you see? First, the weakness of this team. Where do you need to improve from last season, and then what are the strengths of this team going into?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think consistency. In terms of weaknesses, we're striving for consistency, and I think in anything you do, whether it's sport, business, I think that's one of the most difficult things to attain is a level of consistency and performance where, quite frankly, we set the standard for our performance. We don't allow external components to dictate, how we play or how hard we go. It becomes something that is internal for us and something that, where we set the bar as a group of young men really high and continue to meet that challenge. So I think consistency is the one area we've challenged this group with in terms of really attacking a weakness. Strengths for us, I believe, are we have great energy. There's a great energy in this group and enthusiasm. It's fun to come to practice every day with these guys because there's a real joy in how they approach this. And I also think our togetherness is a strength. I truly believe that our guys enjoy working with each other, competing against each other, and then supporting each other when we take the floor against our opponents. So I think, if you're looking for strengths, I really see them as those right there.